Guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay, guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Ashu, Obatala, to the Agum Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. All right, guys, let's jump into your spread. This is a 3-card spread, including the top and bottom of the deck. I have your Orisha Tarot out here to clarify as well. This is a kind of serious read, because we have a lot of Saturn energy, and Saturn is a very serious planet, okay? So we got to get through these energies. I mean, it's strong on the Saturn energy. I'm going to go over some overall messages, with the astrology that I see within the cards. But I'm also going to talk about Saturn and Saturn returns, okay? Your first return and your second return, okay? Because I really do feel like some of you are either having a Saturn return, or there's somebody within your energy dealing with the lessons of Saturn. And I've already talked about in previous readings all of the karma coming in on people, and this is so serious. Camille, thank you for posting a comment on the ancestor messages reading I just posted yesterday. I appreciate that comment. You mentioned that incident with that young lady in Mexico. Sorry to her family and everybody out there. She was murdered by a friend in a fight that was recorded. And the crazy thing is, y'all, like, I don't know if that girl is a Sag or Sag placement, but that's something I've been picking up on. Constantly seeing things about vacations, how things go down crazy on some of these vacations, setups, while this girl's getting beat. The other friends are just sitting there recording. So there are things concerning relationships here, close friendship, family, that we have to be realistic about. We cannot deny what we know about people, okay, going forward, because it could be very detrimental. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to lose their life, even though the energies are out there. It's just saying that there is hurt that you do not have to experience if you are willing to let go, take responsibility for your own life and not for others, or have them have some sort of emotional responsibility for you, right? Because I don't feel like transitioning or being alone. I'm going to stick with some sort of old energy, because that will end up hurting you, okay, guys? But other than that, we do need to reassess, what does Saturn mean in our life? Because this world is ruled by the energy of Saturn. Tarot tells us so. It's even in your first set. You have the world and Yemaya. Okay? The waters are ruled by the energy of Saturn. And Earth is nothing but a big ball of water, right? What are you made up of? Water. Okay, so the influence of Saturn is here. Now here it's in the reverse, but I'm going to talk about it positively and negatively, because the one thing that's good about having the world here is that this is where Saturn can play a positive role in your life. That a positive outcome can be manifested if you follow certain rules, the rules set for your life. This is actually a path of ascension. Okay, and you're governed by these elementals. With Yemaya's energy, you bring a very ancient energy. So you're not alone in helping you achieve what you came here to achieve, because there's a luxury and abundance here. But it's more than that, whatever your purpose is. And the world is the path to exit the material plane. That way you are not recycled and reincarnating in the slavery of karma, all right? Because you'll always be a slave to karma. That's what Saturn will do. Saturn, the energy of the 10th house is of high status and low status, okay? And where you end up in that, where you incarnate. You incarnate in a good life, a bad life. Well, if you're ready to be done with it, it's time to recognize who you are in this life, okay? So that's your first position. Here, I'll run through them and then we'll get back on it. All right, you got the world in reverse, Yemaya. Three of Swords, again with Saturn. Saturn in Libra. Three of Swords with Oba in reverse. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles twice. 2 times. So this could be something that helps us with the solution to figure out what we need to do. Eight of Pentacles twice, all right? Top of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups in the reverse, clarified by the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Saturn in Taurus. 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces. So to have Saturn and Mars, you have 2 malefic planets. Mars and Saturn are both malefic, and with both these being in the reverse, there's something wrong here. There's either something wrong with family, a marriage, or a neighbor, okay? All right, or some relative. Give me a second. At the bottom of the deck, you have Death and Shango. Shango brings Libra energy again, all right? This is Scorpio energy, Pluto. So we got Venus energy, Pluto energy, Saturn's energy, Capricorn energy, Scorpio energy. I think I already said Libra. We got Virgo energy too as well. But here, let me tell you about, before we dig into the reading, let me tell you about what a Saturn return is. Some of you already know, some of you don't, but this could be helpful, all right? And if you already know, go ahead, fast forward to the section of the reading where I'm digging into the cards. But right now, a Saturn return begins at 29. Just because it starts at 29 doesn't mean it starts and ends, when I'm done being 29, okay? There are 7-year cycles when it comes to dealing with Saturnian energy, all right? And they start at age 7. That's when you are needing to be a responsible you. But for those of us who may have grown up in hectic families or narcissistic parents, or things weren't easy, there are some things about responsibility that didn't get honed in so quickly in our beginnings that can cause repercussions later. This is why I want to talk about it, so that if you have a better understanding of yourself, you don't have to catch these negative consequences coming from a planet. All right. So Saturn at 29, what this does is destroy your fairy tale. Okay. Fairy tales get destroyed getting close. It probably starts for some of you all around 26, 27. Okay. Remember, when we deal with planets and phases and all that kind of stuff, there's always shadow periods before, shadow periods after, to where there's a lingering effect, or it's already coming in kind of quick on some of you, especially depending on what degrees your planets are in your chart. So you may have felt something around 26 to 29 of catching a lesson from Saturn. And what it does is destroy your fairy tale. You have to take control of your life. It wants you to take control of your life and set it up in a more realistic way, or a realistic manner. And what that's saying is, which is why it's important to be your real self. If you're not going for the things that you truly want to do, or putting in the right amount of effort into the thing that you have been assigned to, because you can always change, but it's all about being disciplined and putting in the right amount of effort into something. So here it says, what Saturn tells you, the way it's destroying the fantasy is, we believe that we have a right to a hassle-free marriage, or a right to have children, or to have good children, a right to a career, and that's not true. It's not true. The only way we can get these things is, I believe, through honesty and through working out whatever karma we came here with. And that's something that doesn't get discussed in school. It doesn't get discussed in religion. People will say, yeah, karma is in the Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, but it's not. Karma is deeper than that. It's way more extensive than just that. Yes, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, but you literally are born into a realm where there's already karma, okay? Even here, I'll show you for this. When you have the world, this talks about ascension. Some of you have already ascended. The only reason why you're here is to help others, all right, with this ancient energy of Yemaya. So you already know how to ascend. So some of you all are just dealing with karmic energies of a life you lived in the past, a past life, in order to acclimate yourself to this density. Or if you're brand new, you are dealing with karma of your family line, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I know I came to this planet and I know my energy signature and I know what I want to do here, but I'm dealing with so much shit from my relationships and my family. And I'm here to tell you it's because there's a lot of karma from the ancestors of the line you are in, okay? But don't be afraid, because the world tells me that those same ancestors, and because you have this ancient cosmic strong energy, you also have the aid of other ancients, right? But the only way the ancients can help you out and guide you down here is through a certain level of purity. And I'm not telling y'all you have to be virginal, but for some of y'all at this time, you may want to limit the amount of sex partners you have. But we'll get into the reasons why, okay? So you do have help. You need to listen because your world is in reverse. I asked if I could put it in the upright and they told me no. But Yemaya stays in the upright, which tells me that some of you will listen. You will listen. You'll get the abundance and everything that is meant for you. It's going to suck because a lot of people who hate you, because of whatever karma they have against you, they are going to be watching this. I had to mention this to a person that had a reading just before today. People will be watching you receive this better karma. But give me a second. Where was I? Sorry, y'all. I veered off. Let me get back into the Saturn return. Okay, so it says, any part of your life supported by an illusion or other people's projections will be evaluated by Saturn. This could be rewarding or devastating. Okay, you have to let go at this time around that age. I know some of you are older, but the funny thing is Saturn keeps coming in these cycles. So just because you're like, yeah, I let go of my parents when I was 29, I've always been on my own. Some of you play out parental roles with lovers, right? And that same energy is being evaluated the same way it would about you letting go of your parent, okay? Is the person you're dealing with, is that a real love relationship that's growing something, building something, or are you guys playing out mother, father, daddy, mama roles with people to fulfill some sort of void for them or yourself, right? So all of this is being evaluated and you have to let that go. This could be a time of recognition and advancement, or a time to suffer the consequences of unrealistic attitudes. The first one, Saturn return, starts at 29. The second one is at 56. Okay, and the one at 56, you are in a phase of sort of completion. I don't know how I just said that. At a phase of completion, and you're realizing like you're not your younger self. This, like the Saturn return at age 29, can be a rewarding time as well. It could actually be a time to release responsibilities, but it could be distressing if you feel like you've wasted your life, okay? If you feel like I haven't done what I was supposed to do. And this is why we got to talk about that, because there are some of y'all who are dealing. Y'all, we are at a time, and I was just telling this to the person I was just reading, because she had mentioned it. We're at a time in life where people of all ages are being extremely immature. This is why the jealousy levels are so high. This is why family members, or no matter where you work and how old those people are, come against you or get jealous or act stupid, because there is some sort of arrested development on the planet or something, okay? Like, these people have not grown. They age, but they don't grow. So the more Saturn kicks somebody's ass, the more they feel resentment or hate or anger, and they'll take it out on you if you are actually on the road of doing what you're supposed to do, which I can see right here. This is what they're asking you to do. Stay focused on your craft. Stay focused on your work, whatever this is, right? So this is why you get people of all ages hating on you, from young to old, because of the arrested development that they're stuck in, and then the constant push by the universe and by these energies to tell them to do right, but they don't. So when they don't, they project all their issues onto you, Ancient One. But don't you try to solve it or figure out what's wrong with these people. You have to distance yourself from these kinds of energies in order to survive, all right? Okay? So there are some people You know, the midlife crisis thing happens at 40. So if you're dealing with anybody around these ages who hasn't had the ability to embrace change in their life, they just refused. These people are dealing with a lot of anger and frustration, okay? And that could be around the age 40 or from maybe 37 to 40. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me go back. Now, real quick, I'm just going to tell you. You get a Saturn waxing square at 7, 36, and 65. 7, 36, and 65. Periods of action to begin a cycle of different types of commitment and responsibilities, okay? Be it school, consolidating one's career or life path, or retirement, okay? That's what you get at 7, 36, 65, all right? Commitments and responsibilities. And commitments are not only just, do I need to find a love relationship partner? It could be a commitment to yourself. It could be a commitment to a goal or an endeavor, your purpose, whatever. But, or if it is a relationship, solidifying a relationship, okay? Friendship or otherwise, love, right? Then you have a Saturn opposition at 14, 43, and 72. These are periods of challenging authorities over you. So like 14 is when kids start acting up, bucking up against the parents. 43 is when you could be dealing with an overbearing boss or something like that. 72, I don't know, maybe your kids are trying to act like an authority over you. By 72, you should be doing what you want to do, but you know, life is life. Now, you have a Saturn waxing square at 21, 50, and 79, okay? Give me a second. These are times of productive output, all right? Based on your hard work, which one has already done. So, you know, you should be able to find a job after college because you spent 4 years, right? From 18 to 21, 22, being able to, you know, solidify something, and then you're going to keep working from 21 to like 27 to 29. And then that's when you're going to see what Saturn is, you know, doing to you based off that time. But this is why it's important to know who you are. No, people don't tell this to young people, you know, about whether college is good or not. You need to know yourself to know what direction you want to go in to reap the benefits later on in life. If you know you don't want to go to college or something like that, don't do it. If you feel like you're learning, what am I going to say with that? If you feel like you want to go back to school at a later point in your life now, sure, because I'm picking this up in the energy, definitely about returning to school, because maybe with some life experience, I learned what it is I truly like, or what I want to know, or how what I thought wasn't important is actually important now, okay? So give me a second. Yeah. All right, so I hope that helps anybody out there right now going through this or dealing with someone in this energy, because it is very, very strong. So here. Okay, so let's go through your overall messages. All right, your first one is through Saturn and Venus. So we got the World and we have Shango. All right, first set out, and the message at the bottom of the deck. We have making or breaking a relationship, okay? There's a make or break, something that happens where it either solidifies a relationship, whether it be through friendship or love, or it's gonna break it up. Your commitments in relationship are also in question, and there are gonna be restrictions upon financial affairs, okay? So here, give me a second. I see that here, right here with Death and Shango, both in the reverse. There's a relationship that you need to let go, all right? It definitely needs to end. You guys have Pluto energy here. Pluto energy could be, for some of you, a little bit dangerous, all right? There could be somebody who has some form of possessive attitude, okay? Give me a second. When it talks about restrictions upon financial affairs, this could be someone that causes a restriction upon your money, or they have restrictions with theirs. This is why they want to be in a relationship with you. All right, so be aware of that. The energy of responsibility, they may have, you know, failed at that, and they're looking for a commitment with someone who could help them out financially. So be aware of that. All right, this could be with anybody though. All right, because when we deal with Seventh house energy, that's partnerships of all kinds. So take it as it resonates for you. Yeah, give me a second. This making or breaking, it may be that you do distance yourself from a lot. Here, give me a second. Yeah, because you're more serious now. Yeah. That's what we have with this Mercury energy, with this Virgo energy. Yeah. Of being able to focus more, pay attention more to what you have going. If there isn't anyone in your life who is supporting that, you're removing them. I really do feel like that. If they're taking away from your productivity or not offering some sort of positive energy to egg you on, then you need to let them go. Definitely. Okay. But here, your next message, you have some Saturn Pluto energy where it talks about blocked energy leading to outbursts. Okay. Blocked energy leading to outbursts. That would be violent. That could be violent. All right. This has to do with melancholy, darkness of feelings, being in a black hole. This feeling could be on you. It could definitely be on another person. Right. So let's talk about it. If you have any sort of blocked energy and you find yourself having outbursts with people, you have some sort of emotional need that needs to be met or looked at, or something that needs to be talked about, but somebody's holding it down, really holding it down. This thing's about to come up. There's somebody in your energy that's very depressed and in a dark space. You may want to distance yourself from this person because maybe talking it out for them is not going to work. And that's why I was talking about the consequences of Saturn. There are people who are going to be very upset about the consequences of their own actions or different things like that. And they're not in a space to talk or try to work it out. They're more so ready to have a fight or to come after you in some kind of way. And this is where we are dealing with this energy right here of Three of Swords, Oba, jealousy. Jealousy, all right? This could be because of a cheating thing, you know, some sort of third party thing, and take it as it resonates, because this could be about if someone left you for another person, that person they left you with could be jealous of you. The person that left you could be jealous of you. All right? Because in this position, with the Three of Swords, I think some of you all may have like at least two men that could be very angry with you, or at least two people. At least two people in your life are angry. It could be because of this third party relationship dynamic for some. For some of you, it's a partner, friend, and it's a family member. All right. But there are at least two people who have very strong, I think, aggressive feelings towards some of you. Give me a second. Yeah. This is why you got to be careful about who you trust, because the outburst is going to seem like it came out of nowhere, but it's something that's been deep. That's why we've been getting Five of Cups so much. People have been brewing, steeping deeply within this. See, when you get the Three of Swords, this is insight, irreversible insight. So it's almost like the jealousy you picked up from them. You better not ignore what you picked up. Something they said in a conversation, a joke that wasn't really a joke, whatever the case may be. This is, see, this world in reverse, these are the contract relationships that are over now. Okay? We've learned already. Some of y'all are still talking to people where it's the lesson has been learned about them. All right? Okay, now you could be separated from them right now, because when you have Three of Swords, you could be in separation. And that's the thing, even 10 of Cups, that Mars energy in Pisces, to even have Mars energy talks about separation. These Three of Swords talk about separation, because when Saturn goes into Libra like that, it's making boundaries, all right, sealing things off. Okay, so if you aren't willing to stay disciplined to who's been sealed off from your life, then something really negative could happen, because that person carries a lot of jealousy. Somebody's karmic lesson is all around jealousy. Some past past life thing happened because of someone's jealousy toward you. And for some of you, y'all could have been murdered by these people. Death with Shango, with that Libra energy, you know, only for you to come back in this life to recognize, oh, this motherfucker gonna try to do that shit again. That's why I tell y'all, when people leave y'all, don't ask for them to come back. Don't. They left you for a reason. Your guides and ancestors were doing you a favor. You saw what it was like. You take them back, you're gonna learn a lesson. Because when they come back, they see you as Yemaya. Very, very beautiful, very, very fertile, taking care of yourself, giving yourself so much self-love that it's gonna bother them. Okay? Take it as it resonates on who it's gonna bother, because it could bother multiple people. Three of Swords, it's multiple. You got multiple contracts with this jealous energy. But the contract is over. That's why I leave these people alone, right? Give me a sec, let me go back. All right, your next message, you have your mindset. Your mindset is more serious because of Saturn during this time. Things about the past are surfacing. So some of you guys have like memories coming up, all right? Maybe here, I'm picking this up in the 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Certain memories are coming up for you or these family members, or some of y'all are thinking about a past marriage or your partner right now, how you want to get rid of them, or want to be separate from them. Certain things that they did or things that you missed. Certain memories are starting to come up. Give me a second. Don't get too angry with your thinking. It says your mindset is more serious during this time. Things about the past are surfacing as memories come up. There's more concentration. Here we go. Concentration is at a high level. Okay, this is a perfect time to begin a degree or a certification program, because your concentration is super, super high. Rather than thinking about old memories of the past, you need to be thinking about what you want to do for your future. Okay, you could either start a new certificate program, get a degree, or complete a degree that wasn't finished. That's if you still feel called to that thing that was disrupted or you couldn't complete for some reason. Give me a second. In this energy, with Saturn in the 3rd house, you may have to distance yourself from siblings, relatives, neighbors, because things could become very difficult with one or more of them. That's why I told y'all, like, it's more than one person in your energy that you're gonna have a problem with. 10 of Cups, where it's like siblings or something like that. 7 of Pentacles could be neighbors. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords are usually neighbors, okay? All right? Because what they're doing, whoever this is wasting your time. They've caused some failure for you in the past, and that's on your mind, and that could be bothering you. So if you're starting something new and you notice, here they go again, well, don't let them do it again, okay? Don't let them cause a failure because of their issues. Don't let anybody right now stop you because of what's going on with them. Hold on. So distance yourself from these people, relatives, neighbors, certain family members that's getting on your nerves. This is a time to be alone. Sometimes you want to be alone because you're being more productive. 8 of Pentacles twice. Time alone can be satisfying and productive. You may bypass certain social events, especially bypass the ones that you know people hate on you. Like, that's easy. You know, if you feel like I haven't been out in a while, okay, go out if you want to, but don't go out with your haters. Don't go out with them. Don't hating family, hating friends, hating lovers. Say no. You need to use this time to learn from the past, as well as to complete unfinished projects, okay? Also, pay attention to your health and your body signals. You may need more rest. So if your body is doing something, tweaking in a way that it doesn't usually tweak, something's up, you may want to look a little bit into it, okay? Now, with Venus and Pluto, you have, Venus and Pluto, right here. Venus, Pluto, with death, Shango, justice, sudden emotionally packed endings of relationships, matters involving large sums of money, all right? So this is where friendships or certain relationships will end from an argument or a fight or something that really kind of like, and it's only because if someone, I don't even want to say that, because everybody this manifests different. The fact that death is in the reverse, the only reason why you have to deal with such a devastating ending is because they should have been gone. But for some of you, it's that they try to bring some devastation your way. Just try not to participate in it, okay? Give me a second. This has to do with money. Now, we've talked about so many things about inheritances. Some of y'all, this has to do with legal settlements, especially when it comes to divorces and things like that. I do see this going in someone's favor. As far as a divorce goes with Three of Swords, Shango, because Yemaya is actually in the upright. But I'll say this, you may want to try to distance yourself from your partner, because this Three of Swords tells me that if one or more person is involved, this person may try to get someone to hurt you because you may be winning or win a settlement. So if you decide to move, don't say where you've moved. If you're not moving, you may want to beef up your security. Beef up, you may want to get a ring light or a new alarm system or a brand new door, if you know somebody is feeling like they have nothing to lose kind of thing. When people get really heavy in their ego and they lose money, they go berserk, okay? So just be aware of that. Give me a second. Yeah, so that this energy could be happening to you or around you. So if you see it happening around you, just know this is why, Saturn is coming in, fucking it up. Some of you all, yeah, definitely you have a jealous ex-husband, ex-wife, lover. Jealousy is really strong, and they're not gonna like seeing you look abundant or tranquil. They're not gonna like to see you live the good life. You will be living the good life, okay? Hold on. Yep, we talked about that. I told you keep quiet about anything that's coming. Now, others of you are in a space and time where things are super slow and hectic. There's an energy of when are the results going to show up? All right. Saturn is here to tell you, and I'm glad we got the world instead of the devil, right? Saturn is telling you that your persistence is what's going to pay off. You are literally within a cycle of endurance, testing your endurance, where you are working on something and the results are like, where the fuck are you? Where are you? Okay, because I know that all of this hard work I'm putting in is supposed to bring me 10 of Cups happiness, but I'm like, bro, everything feels like, ah. So if you've had a failure right now in the space, this is giving you a time to reassess why something failed or didn't work. For others of you, it's not even a failure. It's just trying to get something to take off, but it's asking for almost like double time the effort or more effort. I don't know if you're putting in more effort to play catch up or it's just required that you put in more effort, but to have the Eight of Pentacles twice like this is go as hard as you can. Block out everything and just go ape shit on whatever it is that is your work or your endeavor or your side business or whatever it is, because the results will come. Saturn's energy is so strong through the Three of Swords, World, Seven of Pentacles, that it's going to bless you. Because if you recognize what the sort of simulation is, then you'll know, oh, okay, I'm meant to feel like there's never going to be a result. There is going to be a result. It's just not on my timetable. Okay, hold on. Yep, Saturn is making you feel like you're having a thing from discipline and endurance versus, no. Discipline and endurance through hardship versus being indulgent. See, so this is what this could look like. I'm working hard and people are sending witchcraft my way. I'm working hard and people are copying me. I'm working hard and people are jealous of me, trying to put roadblocks, constantly piling up some kind of block in my way, left and right. So every time something like that happens, I think that this person is stealing my time, stealing my progress. And it is perceived that way, but what you're doing is building up some form of mental strength and fortitude that Saturn wants you to have. See, you think this is, oh, I'm building just to be great at the end of this, no, you're going to be great and you're going to be greater because of this, right? So don't misinterpret what these energies are. It's very easy to do that. And I know it's hard because some of you all are dealing with a lot of heavy things, but the energy is asking you to keep moving forward. See, and I know it's heavy for some because I don't know all y'all karmic contracts. Everybody got different stuff going on, right? But that's why you got to let go any contract that's already up. Like the divine has somehow told you through a person's actions, leave them alone. If you keep them around while you're working hard, they fuck it up for you. Give me a second. You got to have the necessary patience and humility right now. You know, some of y'all feel like this should be what it should be popping now. I put in my dues, You may have, but keep going. If this isn't your energy, this could be the energy of someone else and they're not recognizing it. Somebody else could be feeling like things are working too slow in their life. They may even try to retaliate against you if you've come to some level of prosperity. You know, they are feeling like they are lost in some black hole and that all their work isn't showing any profit and they're mad. So be mindful of that too. All right. But remember, discipline and endurance versus hardship and being indulgent. It's all of that. Nothing's working. So I'm going to go back to my old way of being. I'm going to go and have a bunch of partners. I'm going to go to that old karmic or whatever because I'm feeling some kind of way. Yeah, there's a lesson in perseverance. You need to persist through your doubt and obstacles. Persist because right now, your failure complex will either motivate you or it will take you out. So by that is people who have a failure complex either try to overachieve. And right now, I think this is a good energy for overachievers. If you are an overachiever, this is good for you. So you should look at it like that. Like, I don't want to fail. There's no way I'm going to fail. So I'm going to keep going. I don't care if I put a little or a lot out. I'm going to keep going, but you need to put a little bit more out. Okay. Don't stop because the idea of failure is either going to drive you or it's literally going to stop you. Some of you are just going to say, fuck it, I give up. When you really shouldn't because you're in a Saturn simulation of we're just trying to see how tough you are. Okay, hold on, give me a second. And y'all, listen, I know some of y'all are going to be like, I can't handle it. I've been through this and that. No. I understand that. And I'm not trying to discount any kind of emotional hurt, abandonment, loss, anything like that. I'm just asking you to tap into an energy that's available for you. A more motivated energy, all right? This is not to discount anybody's past circumstances or current, but if you have your current needs met and you know that you have life and breath in you, keep focusing on the thing that has been put in front of you because it's gonna give you exactly what you deserve, okay? Give me a second. Just create systems that work for you. Pay attention to the details and also pay attention to your intuition. You really pay attention to the details. Try not to put out any kind of sloppy work or sloppy resumes or anything like that right now, because every little thing you do seems to have some form of importance, even though you may think it doesn't. Yemaya is warning you that if you go backwards, you will go into not a cycle, could be a cycle, or you will have instances of theft, unfaithfulness, stress, like a lot of nervous stress and tension, and your bad habits will sort of overtake you. It will become an obstacle to this new birth of you, like a new birthing of yourself, all right? Yemaya is asking you to be responsible at this time, okay? She wants you, give me a second, to limit your sexual activity. I'm not saying you need to stop, but what the cards and the divine are suggesting is to limit it. Hold on. Ooh, I made a note about, this is about your divine energy, okay? I said you have a spiritual, I told you earlier in the beginning, you have spiritual and physical assistance. Nothing has been left to chance, nothing, right? Nothing has been left to chance in your life. Nothing has been left to chance. These beings are still taking part. Now, some of you all need to invoke your ancestors or give them offerings more because they really are helping you out. When you get the world, you deal with elemental energies, okay? You're dealing with positive and negative energy. So in this sense, you do have positive energies backing you, and then there are some negative energies who know your true ancientness that are working against you through other people. Some of you also may have offended a cosmic being that is you or governs over you. You need to apologize because you've probably been complaining a lot about how slow things are going. They're trying to let you know that, yes, your perception of things seems like everything is not happening, but they're telling you, we've been here for you. We're backing you up. Stop talking so bad to us. Okay? Don't offend your help. Try not to offend your ancestors. Try to go to the gym if you feel like you got to blow off some steam. Go yell and scream into a pillow. Go for a walk. Punch a punching bag, but try not to go into a prayer of, I'm speaking to myself too, all right? I should know. That's why I'm telling you, okay? Because the thing is that Yemaya, which is representing you, is the most beloved. They love you. They love your dirty draws, okay? Y'all have ancestors and higher beings that love the shit out of you, and they wish they could coddle you more, but they can't. Why? Because they know your true strength. They know who you really are outside of the flesh. And that's what you guys have to pay attention to. This is why you have to pay attention to your dreams. Follow your intuition. Look for these signs and synchronicities, because it's actually trying to tell you who you are and what you can achieve, guiding you outside of the world, right? Remember, this path leads to ascension. See, if we were dealing with the devil, this would lead to your restriction, keeping you, telling you to do those old things, be irresponsible. Why? Because I can get a divine being to constantly reincarnate and repeat itself here. Your energy is precious. It needs to go back to where it came from, or it can be used and abused on this planet in this density, when you're really here to just wake everybody up. Here, hold on, give me a second. Because you are going to enjoy honors. You will have the good life. You will have luxury. Your undertakings are going to be prosperous. Hold on. Yeah. Be faithful. Be faithful to yourself at this time. Don't go backwards. Pay attention to what people are saying and doing. This, because some of y'all, like, I'm just being real frank, like, it's the people close to you and the people who have separated from you. And that's why I always tell y'all, don't let them back. Don't let them back, because they are coming. The action that is supposed to be against you, whether it's for death or for you to do something negative to them, it's in order to create a karma that no longer exists for you. The Three of Swords tells me this. You've completed your karma and you're doing well. This is what's causing jealousy, because you're determining who you are. You know who you are, and you're building your life based on that. So when people get jealous, they will unconsciously, they're being led by a spirit, try to get you to either kill you or to have some sort of bad, horrible outcome happen, to where if you do a bad thing, you create a karma for yourself that has to be worked out in another life. Something doesn't want you to leave. All right? And it's this matrix. Don't let this matrix keep you here. You have to block this stuff out. Don't get distracted. See, the reason why you got to limit sex is because they're trying to put other energies onto you to block out the messages from higher beings, from other cosmic entities, right? And your ancestors. That's why you got to keep yourself clean in the waters of Yemaya, right? Hold on. Stay focused. Stay focused on whatever it is that you have in front of you. Virgo energy. Let me see if there's anything else I got for y'all. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Only that this is the end of an era. You guys have death in the world. There's an end of an era. For some of you, it's like long-term marriages or business relationships or friendships, or you know, working for a company for X amount of years, and all of a sudden you're leaving, deciding to do your own thing. And from a spiritual standpoint, I do feel an end of an era of the way this world is going, right? the way you operate within the world. This is why it's so hard for people to accept their karma, because they truly believe the way this world operated and that negative vibration would work for them all the time. And now that Saturn comes and dishes to them what they've been putting out, they can't believe it. They can't believe this era is over. They can't believe that the meek inherit the earth, that because of your diligence, you know, your discipline, your love, your self-care, that you were able to reap something from that. They always thought your kindness was stupid, or the things that you were interested in was dumb or fanciful, until you said, no, I'm really going to take myself serious. The things I want to do, seriously. I believe in myself. And when you reap that benefit, it will really hurt jealous people. It's going to hurt their heart. Do you understand? In their heart, they never wanted nothing good for you. In their heart, they like to see you at some form of disadvantage. They like to make you feel ostracized and separated until you become the one, the favored one, right? And they're angry, but they're not. They should be angry at themselves, okay? But they won't. All of them are going to project. And the only way you can escape their projections is by keeping yourself contained in a way. That's what Saturn is trying to do, is trying to contain you in a way that is beneficial for you, okay? Be contained, because in this sort of containment is real freedom. Follow the rules that your intuition and guides are setting for you. Pay attention to your dreams. Be your true self. Do not live in an illusion, okay? Because all this illusion stuff is gonna cause failures. You know, pretending like I'm still friends with people, or that certain people love me and they don't. Believing lies. Don't go out like that, because you're so much greater than that. You're greater than that, right? To be fooled, to be used, to be recycled, all right? Okay, so guys, that's what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. You want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys, see you.